Well, welcome to our interview series that Lisa Hanold and myself are doing. So my name is Claudette Chenevert, and I am known as the Stepmom Coach. I love working with stepmoms who are wanting to build and create stronger and healthier stepfamilies one step at a time. And I do this by helping women understand their role as a woman, as a wife, as a stepmom, partner, and just understanding what it is that makes her so unique and to help her understand what she can do to create a better life for herself. So I'm with Lisa today, who is an online safety advocate who's passionate about keeping kids safe online. She teaches parents, educators, and organizations how to be the guardrails on the information superhighway by setting up boundaries for kids online. She's a positive, disciplined parent educator and is in the trenches as a parent of 3 digital natives of her own. So you can find more about Lisa at parentingdigitalnatives.com. So welcome, Lisa, to our call today.
Thank you, Claudette. So glad to be here.
I'm glad you're here. So today we're going to talk about tech contracts, which is so important, I think. If you're having children or your stepkids have these smartphones and they're going around using them as if, hey, this is mine and you can't tell me what to do. We're going to have a conversation about that, right? So let's set up the scenario here for a second. Let's say you have I don't know how young kids get phones now today, let's say 12. They have someone's given them the smartphone and they're going around and using up data and calling everywhere, morning, noon, and night in schools. You know, that can be very difficult, right, Lisa?
Yes, that is a nightmare situation because you've already given the child the phone without any guardrails or boundaries around how to use it. Ideally, parents would get together and set expectations before the child has a phone and get on the same page with family values, which is something we talked about a few sessions ago. Yep. Listen to that family values talk and then come back because it all plays into setting up a technology contract. The best book that I know on setting up a technology contract is iRules by Janelle Burley Hoffman. A couple years ago, she created a contract for her, I think 12-year-old, that went viral. And she had no idea she was doing something amazing and new. The concept took off. She now has a website, irules.co, where you, as a parent, can go in and put in your specific expectations, and it pops out a contract for you. So it's an amazing way to do a quick contract. The idea is to use your family values and really think through what your expectations are. Do you expect, here's what I expect chores to be done. I expect civility from my kids, which is in the morning, they need to make eye contact with me and say good morning. They need to say goodbye before they leave for the bus because I value that face-to-face connection and I want them to understand what it means to be human at that level, basic level. The underlying assumption behind me giving them a phone is that it's still my phone. I pay the bills, it's still my phone. I can look at it, I can monitor it whenever I want. I need the passwords and I need the ability to look. It's still my phone.
Sorry, and you brought up some really important tips here because as a step family, it will often happen where another parent will get a phone that the child or brings into their other home, and that step parent or the other parent says, well, I didn't agree for you to have a phone like this, and I don't want you to be using it in your bedroom at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night or maybe midnight, you know. So So how do we go about like setting these guidelines or these guardrails for making children understand that you have a phone, but it doesn't mean that you can break the rules everywhere. Like kids are using phones in schools now, like all the time. And so how would we go about this? Because I know this is a big issue, especially in step families where kids are going from one house to another with their phone and the rules are not the same.
It's okay to have different boundaries. It's okay to say, at my house, your phone is plugged in at 10 at night. It doesn't go upstairs with you to the bedroom. It stays downstairs at night. I don't call my friends at 10 at night. You're not going to text your friends at midnight. It's not appropriate. It's okay to have those boundaries, and it's important to model whatever boundaries you're setting. It's important to model. Okay, I am turning my phone off. Okay, this is offline parenting time. We're going to go do something special, like take a hike, take a walk in the woods without devices.
And you just hit something very important about role modeling, right? Parents, we need to model that behavior if we're going to tell our kids or stepkids to do something. And so it's not okay to say one thing and do another. That's not appropriate boundaries. That's not appropriate guidelines or guardrails or whatever you want to call it. You know, you need to model what you want to do. And that means at the dinner table, right? No phones at the dinner table. If you have to have a basket and have everybody's phone there in the basket, I know I had to go to some places that had high security, and your phone is in the basket. You're not bringing your phone everywhere, you know? And I think kids need to understand that phone is not an extension of your arm. You know, it can be separated. Let's put it aside for a while. You're not going to die, right?
Exactly right. Exactly right. And the last part of the contract, so you can put all those expectations into your contract. The last step is to review it with your child and tell them why it's important. It's important that I have access to your phone because you're a child and I want to help guide you in how to use this technology. It's important to have safety and to have etiquette be a part of your life, which is why I'm asking you to turn off your phone at 10 and keep it downstairs where you are not, so that you get good sleep. Teenagers don't get good sleep usually, and that's part of the reason why. So it's your safety and health that's utmost to me. I want to make sure you understand why. I also want your agreement to this contract. You're going to be signing it. We're going to refer to it because I completely expect you to make mistakes. I make mistakes, you make mistakes. We're going to talk through it as you grow and evolve. We're going to change this contract because it's important to recognize you're getting older. You're going to have more responsibility, which means more privilege. So it's a living document that you can modify as necessary.
I love it because I referred that in my book as well, Stepmom's Book of Boundaries, that although we do make some boundaries, you need to revisit and revise them with your child so that you are both in agreement. And so it's more of a collaboration, right? You're working together to create what's safe for everybody. And so some things are negotiable, some are not, right? So pieces of that contract can be negotiable. And I think I love that when you mentioned that, you know, you have a conversation, you're teaching your child that you find them adult enough or mature enough to have that conversation together so you can talk about it, rather than tell them, this is what you're going to do, we're not talking about it, and that's it. That way, kids don't feel they're a part of the conversation and may not want to respect those rules. So if you want them to be engaged and participate and abide by the guidelines you've put in place, have them participate in setting those guidelines. Have them negotiate with you. Say, hey, listen, you know, I've been good all week. I've done my chores. Can I have an extra 15 minutes? And have a conversation whether it's appropriate or not. One last question I wanted to ask, because it's a question I see often, is how young is too young to have a smartphone?
Oh,
From
that is
your
such a
perspective.
loaded question, Claudette.
I know.
I think, okay, smartphone is a computer in your pocket. I think most kids under 12 aren't using smartphones in a way that they're not using the phone in the way they need a smartphone. They might need to contact mom or dad or a ride to pick them up. They might have a busy schedule. Flip phone is great for busy schedules. Smartphones are powerful computers that need to be filtered, need to be monitored, need to be limited on time. So I think 12-ish is still the right number. I know a lot of kids get them earlier. I don't know. I like 12. What do
And
you think?
I like that number too, because right, you're giving them, I agree with what you said, it's a powerful computer in the pocket of a child.
Mm-hmm.
That if they have not had some proper guidelines, if they haven't had the contract, if the parents haven't taken the time to read the book, and I know I'm going to get that book for myself because I'm fascinated about it. You know, it's not okay to give tools that are kids don't have the proper maturity to be able to make wise decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not with our kids all the time, especially when you're in a step family. Your children will go into another house or with friends or, you know, other things, and you're not there with them all the time. So why not just start with a flip phone? I mean, I agree, you know, call, security, that I think is a wonderful idea. But when you're talking about smartphones, that's another conversation. That's another target. So how can we reach you to find out more about this amazing technology and all the resources you have for us?
Go to my Facebook page at Parenting Digital Natives, or you can find me online, parentingdigitalnatives.com. The other resource I want to give people, since we're talking about this, is there's a Wait Till 8th movement, Wait Till 8th grade. It's a Facebook page, and it's all about supporting parents that choose to wait till 8th grade, 12, 13 years old, to get a smartphone. It's all support for parents to wait till they're ready.
I love that. I'm going to check it out. Thank you for sharing that. Such wonderful resources. And so if you are a step parent and you want to know more information about how to create those guidelines in your home to help you set some conversations with your stepchildren and have your ex or the other parent collaborate with you to help set those guidelines for the safety of the children, you can reach me at stepmomcoach.com. That's my website. Or you can use the hashtag Stepmom Coach. And I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, so you can find me using the hashtag. And if you enjoyed this conversation, what we just shared with you, make sure to share it with other people. Follow us. We're sharing it on YouTube as well, on our blogs. So make sure to follow us, tag us, so you'll always be abreast with all the information we have to share with you. So thank you so much, Lisa, for the amazing information, the great content you shared us, and the resources. And I'm looking forward to finding out more myself.
Claudette, this series is so fun. One thing I'd like to add for viewers, let us know your questions. We would love to tackle a topic that's around online safety and step parenting. Let us know your questions.
Great thing. Comment on either on the comments below, on the videos, wherever, or email us. You know, email us with your concerns, questions, whether it's for Lisa or for myself. We'll be more than happy to respond to your inquiries. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much, Lisa. Take care, and we'll see you again soon.
Good to see you. Take care.
Bye.